Well, this is a great day, and I just want to welcome everybody for coming and to celebrate this terrific gift that we've received from the Ford Motor Company. And it's just, this is going to do so much good for so many people that are facing disasters, and also our people locally who are in need of our homeless populations in the area that will make good use of this. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Sister Donna Markham. I'm the President and CEO of Catholic Charities USA. And just for background, we serve about, collectively as a ministry of the Catholic Church, we serve about between 8 and 9 million people in need every year. People that are served, we don't care about what background they come from, what ethnicity, what religion. Anybody who needs our help, we're there to give it to them. So that's what we do across this entire country and in our territories as well. So first of all, I just want to thank the Ford Motor Company Fund for their support of our mission to help us to provide service to people in dire need. And especially as we look at that, people facing disasters, and you know natural disasters are on the increase these days. So this vehicle is going to get a lot of use. And I want to also thank our friends at Battlefield Ford, who were instrumental in making this happen, and our friends from Dejana Truck and Utility Equipment, who actually upfitted the vehicle. And what you need to know is that because of all of the people that were working to make this happen, they all really did this as an extraordinary gift to us. And we received this incredible vehicle for a fraction of what it would really cost due to their generosity. So I just want to be real clear that all of this crowd together made this happen in a way that would have been this is just a dream come true for us. So right. So this vehicle will be used primarily for disasters, and then we never want this to be sitting idle. We don't want something of this quality to be sitting in a parking garage somewhere. So it will go to the streets. It will, in the 3 Catholic Charities agencies in the vicinity, Baltimore, Arlington, and Washington, D.C., it'll be used to address the needs of our homeless population. So I'm going to invite Kim Burgo. She's part of our disaster response and a disaster team, and she was the one that advised how this thing should be built out, because most of us wouldn't have had a clue what to do with this. So Kim, do you want to say a few words?
Okay, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Sister Donna. Catholic Charities USA is the official domestic disaster response agency for the United States Catholic Conference. It's appropriate then that we utilize this vehicle to support the incredible work accomplished by local Catholic Charities agencies across the country. For many agencies, the Mobile Response Center will provide critical disaster case management services that result in temporary and permanent housing, access to health care, daily living needs such as food and water and clothing, and quite frankly, it will serve as a voice for those who feel voiceless in their time of need. For other agencies, the Mobile Response Center will call attention to the unwavering and remarkable work of Catholic Charities, bringing visibility to our commitment of service and solidarity for those seeking relief in a community. And for us in the Disaster Operations Office, I can say this: the CCUSA Disaster Operations Office is extremely grateful to both Ford and Dejana for their generosity and hard work in bringing the Mobile Response Center to life. Collaborating with staff from both companies in the vehicle's design quickly revealed that these are a team of professionals, but they are filled with compassion, and eager to put their heart and soul into this project. And for whatever adventures lie ahead for this vehicle, I guarantee that the same dedication, enthusiasm, and compassion will travel with and remain at the core of the Mobile Response Center as it greets and embraces each disaster survivor seeking assistance from Catholic Charities. Thank you.
Thanks, Kim. Now, we have the 3 directors from our local agencies here with us, and what I'm going to do is invite each of them. We have Monsignor John Ensler, who's the Catholic Charities Director from the Archdiocese of Washington. Then we have Art Bennett, who's the Executive Director of Catholic Charities in Arlington. And then we have Bill McCarthy, who is the Executive Director of Catholic Charities in Baltimore. So each of them will say a few words about how they envision the vehicle when it's not deployed for disaster, how they're going to use it in their own areas. So Monsignor Ensler.
Sister Donna, thank you so much for all your leadership. Sister Donna and her team have made this possible, and with the help of Ford and Battlefield Ford and Jonna, thank you all so much. This is a great thing. You know, Catholic Charities in Washington, D.C., which serves the 5 surrounding counties, has 58 different programs and many different things we do. But here's the problem. We have 47 sites in the Archdiocese of Washington, but that means lots of people do not get services. If they can't get to the site, the service center, the shelter, they can't get there, they don't get served. This vehicle will allow us to go out to the people. Pope Francis, down in Argentina, when he was still the Archbishop Cardinal, what did he do? He went on the public transportation to the barrios. What did he say when he became Pope? Go out to the peripheries. Go out to the streets, make a difference. So we think it's our chance to do exactly that. What will this do for us? Even in a great county like Montgomery and Prince George's and Southern Maryland, D.C., we have pockets of poverty. Pockets of place where people live in tent cities, live in the woods behind shopping centers, all kinds of places. We want to use this mobile center, go out to them, serve them with their needs. So I want to thank again all behind me here who made a difference and allowing us to be part of a great thing. When it's not used disaster relief, we'll use it well in Washington as well as Arlington, Baltimore to make a difference for all those in need. Thank you all for coming. It's a great chance to celebrate this success.
Thank you, Monsignor. I always hate following him, but that's the way it goes when you're in Arlington. I want to thank Sister Donna for her creativity on this. When we met last year in Boston, I walked away from the meeting. I told my staff, I don't think we were just chatting. I think this is going to happen. And so there it is. It's happened. So thank you, Sister, so much. I also want to thank, of course, Ford and Jana. And also put a shout out for Battlefield Ford in Manassas, Virginia in the Arlington Diocese. That's right. That's where things happen. So thank you so much for your partnership. It's just great when the church partners with corporations and businesses. Then we really get some muscle and can get things done. Monsignor Ensler said it best. We have 21 counties in the Arlington Diocese, not just a lot of area to cover, and we have poverty strategically everywhere. But boy, we're really excited about using this to have that curbside appeal, not here just in the urban parts of our diocese, but really out in the rural parts. Rural Virginia is really hurting. A lot of jobs are leaving, but a lot of people want to stay. So we really can't wait to get this thing on the road. And when Pope Francis talked about a field hospital, he wants the church to be a field hospital. This is a great symbol, I think, of the field hospital. That is, going where people are hurt, going where people need help, bringing the church, bringing the generosity of the church and the corporate partners, and helping people wherever they are, because getting around is another one of the problems. So we're excited about this. I know it's meant for disasters, but we'll find disasters even off-season. So thank you very much. Local disasters, that's right. So thank you very much, you guys, for being here. God bless you, Sister Donna, for your vision and creativity. All right.
Good morning, I'm Bill McCarthy. I'm the Executive Director of Catholic Charities for the Archdiocese of Baltimore. I too am grateful to Ford, to Battlefield Ford, and to Jana for making this possible. As Art mentioned, Sister Donna came to us with this idea almost a year ago. And it was just a wonderful idea as we thought what was possible. Catholic Charities of the Archdiocese of Baltimore serves Baltimore City and the 9 counties west of Baltimore. We have 80 programs in 200 locations throughout the Archdiocese, meeting our brothers and sisters in need. In Baltimore City on January 27th, we did a point-in-time count of the homeless in Baltimore. There were 2,799 individuals that we encountered that night, that cold night in January. 40% of those individuals were in shelters. Catholic Charities of Baltimore provides about half the shelter beds in Baltimore. Another 37% were in transitional housing programs that we also operate with many other partners. But 20% were on the streets, not just in central Baltimore, but in West Baltimore as well. That's 535 people that night that we found on the streets. So as we envisioned how this mobile van could reach the people and meet people where they are so that we can encounter them, we, along with many partners, including People Encouraging People, Bon Secours Health System, Healthcare for the Homeless, are going to these encampments and where these people are in central and central West Baltimore to meet those needs. We are incredibly grateful. We feel enriched by this opportunity to engage people who may not otherwise be engaged. So again, I want to thank everyone for coming today. I want to thank Sister Donna for her leadership and our partners over here for your incredible generosity. Thank you very much.
So pretty exciting to see how this is going to really make an impact locally as well as across the country. So right now, what I'd like to do is to introduce Elizabeth McAdams. She's behind me here. She came from Detroit, right?
Actually, I was here.
You're here? Okay. Community Relations Manager for Ford Motor Company. And she's going to officially present Catholic Charities with the Mobile Response Center vehicle. Elizabeth?
Thank you, Sister Donna. Hi, everybody. Thank you all so much for coming out today. This has been, as everyone has said, a work in progress for almost a year. Ford has been supporting disasters for decades, but last year we came up with the idea to use our expertise as a mobility company and see how we could really help organizations such as Catholic Charities do their job better. So we launched the Ford Disaster Relief Mobility Challenge. And we didn't really know what to expect, but we had 50 applications from across the country, and the Catholic Charities application was one of the 3 that really stood out to us as a creative use of one of our vehicles that would serve a really important need in such a huge part of our country. So we're excited to see it all come to life, and we of course could not have done this without the support of our team behind us, Battlefield Ford and Dejana. They really took our small idea and grew it tenfold, as you can see. One of the earliest advertisements from Ford Motor Company was this Norman Rockwell painting that was, I think, from the 30s. And it was this beautiful painting that he had done, and then the tagline was Ford Motor Company opening the highways to all mankind. And I think that this vehicle really brings that to life because of all the services and support and aid that this vehicle is going to bring to people from all backgrounds and all different types of needs. So thank you so much for all the work that y'all are doing. I'm going to invite Kevin up here just to briefly kind of talk about some of the bells and whistles that they put on the vehicle.
Okay, my name's Kevin Trainor. I'm the Director of Sales for Dejana, and we had a meeting in February with Keith and Kim and some of their team, and it was a little bit like when you were a kid and you'd say, what do you want for Christmas? And so they said, well, we really need wheelchair access. It's hot a lot of places we go, so we want air conditioning. We'd like to have a place where we can talk out of the elements. We'd like lighting. The thing that struck us, besides everything that you see on the outside of the vehicle, was they said what we really need is a way to recharge people's phones. And it kind of makes you think about, you go through a lot of things with disaster, but not being able to stay in touch with your family, it's tough. So we've designed this with 2 gas-powered generators and 2 kiosks that can charge 80 phones at a time. And so while they're going through the paperwork and the things that Catholic Charities can do while they're at the scene, they're also able to kind of reconnect with their families, which we think is very, very important. This was a very easy project for us without Battlefield's assistant, and obviously Ford's, Elizabeth's, and Butch. This wouldn't be possible. It was our pleasure to do it. And if anybody is interested, I'll be glad to show them a little bit about the truck. But it does everything that the Christmas the list asked for. I hope that they won't have to use it much, but it sounds like there's a lot of need for it. So we're thrilled to be part of it, and thank you very much.
Sorry, I didn't see it. So we're going to officially, instead of a pair of keys, which I hope there is a set of keys to the vehicle somewhere, but we wanted to present this plaque to the Catholic Charities for you to keep in your headquarters so all your visitors here could see this wonderful addition to your services.
Wow.
Should we open up the doors?
Yeah, let's have a round of applause for these wonderful people.